Hello. Good afternoon to everyone. For those who are on site and online, so many in the online, can you hear me the online? And can you see me as well? Where you see this, I'll try to get the attention of. Okay. Okay, can you hear me online? Can I be heard online? Okay, so first of all apologies for the delay because of the flight and the delay flight. So yeah, but our speaker is able to make it. So for today, we're going to have a colloquium with the National Taiwan Ocean University, and it is on climate and pollution challenges in coastal and open ocean. Okay, so the program would start with an opening remarks, and there will be a video presentation and then main speaker, and there will be a question and answer portion so that you could ask things that you want to know from the speaker, and closing remarks. And siguro, we could start already since we started a little bit delayed. Start as soon as possible so that they could catch up with the time. So we'll first have an opening remarks from our dean of the School of Civil, Environmental, and Geological Engineering, Dr. Guilford D. Torres.
To our resources speaker, Dr. Ru Fengshu, Dr. Delia Senoro, faculty members, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today we are very lucky to have with us our resource speaker, Dr. Ru Fengshu, talking about. To our resources speaker, Dr. Ru Fengshu, Dr. Delia Senoro, faculty members, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today we are very lucky to have with us our resource speaker, Dr. Ru Fengshu, talking about climate and the pollution challenges in coastal and open oceans, which will specifically address onto critical and interrelated issues that demand our urgent attention, which are microplastic pollution and blue carbon sequestration in the coastal zone to open ocean. I believe that this topic is very important for us to understand and be aware of, and at the same time, it is of utmost urgency and global significance. The pressing challenges posed by climate change and pollution as well in our coastal and open ocean environment. The health of our oceans, which cover over 2/3 of the Earth's surface, is obviously connected to the well-being of our planet and its inhabitants. So it is important that we acknowledge the gravity of the situation and collectively work towards sustainable solutions. So the coastal and open ocean ecosystems are facing unprecedented threats due to human activities. Example, climate change, which is driven by the increase in greenhouse gas emissions, resulting in rising sea levels, ocean acidifications, and extreme weather events. Actually, these changes not only endanger marine life, but also have far-reaching consequences for the livelihoods of the coastal communities that depend on the oceans for sustenance. So, to confront these challenges effectively, we must adopt a various and collaborative approach to protect our environment. It's our shared responsibility to safeguard the oceans and ensure a sustainable and vibrant planet for years to come. So, Listen, pay attention, and be inspired of what our resource speaker will share with us today. So once again, thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Next one. So the next one would be a video presentation of the international sandwich program, of our school. But before we go to that, I'll give something background. Later on, I'm gonna introduce our speaker, but I'll give some background already about the speaker. So the speaker is our classmate of Dr. Delia Senoro and I, actually a classmate, same advisor in Channel University in Taiwan. So Ma'am Delia and I did sandwich program. When you say sandwich program, you do the coursework in the main university, which is, for example, if you're going to avail of the sandwich program, you'll be doing your coursework in Papua. And then when you're in the research stage, we will be looking for other universities abroad, that have laboratories that could help our research, or they could have laboratories, or maybe have available data that we could use for our thesis. So you could have that even you're in the BS or MS or PhD level, but preferably at the graduate level. So that because sa graduate level, mas maraming mas effective yung research output. But I don't say that the BS level it's not effective. No, meron talaga magaling din. There are very good researchers in the BS level, even in BS level. So yeah, even BS level, you're also welcome to do a science program. We could just ask the office of the international linkage of our school regarding that. Okay. So there are many students who did already science program here in our university, and the next one would be a presentation of the ISP or International Science Program testimonials of students. So let's proceed to that.
Hi, I am Mariel Apiog, an industrial engineering graduate from IEMG Department of Mapua University in the Philippines. I took up my international student program in Chungyuan Christian University in Taiwan. My experience with ISP application with ILRAD is very easy. Miss Anna, who's handling us that time, is very accommodating to us. We just gave her the requirements needed and she was the one who processed everything for us. I remembered that when we got accepted in our visa application, she immediately informed us that we got accepted through text message. So I must say that the process of ILRAD is hassle-free. My experience in CYCU is very fun because I got exposed more with a different approach, different methods, and different techniques that can be used in my program. So I learned a lot from my thesis advisor and my lab mates. Also, we took up Chinese classes, which are Chinese reading, Chinese listening, and Chinese conversation. These three Chinese classes are very hard for us. However, this became the bridge for us to be closer with our lab mates. Because our lab mates don't speak in English, or they aren't confident to speak in English. So with this class, we ask them to teach us how are we going to learn to speak and understand Chinese language in easier way. International Student Program is a great experience because I was privileged to see and to learn in a different environment. Actually, it is an eye-opening for me because before I go there in Taiwan, I see research as a requirement for me to graduate and for me to pass the subject. However, when I experience my research there, I can see that it is very beneficial, not just for me, not just for the school, but for the society if we apply these researches. During my stay in Taiwan, we had an agricultural trip with other international students as well as our lab mates. Every day we get to eat with our lab mates, and also we visited several night markets for us to taste the different dishes that is popular in Taiwan. And the most unforgettable moment that I experienced while I was there is that I visited a lot of places such as Taipei Zoo, Taipei 101, Yelyu Geo Park, and Chiang Kai-shek, and a lot of night markets. So through this international student program, I got encouraged to pursue higher education because I saw that it is very good to pursue masters and PhD because it can really help and it can make a difference in the society through research.
Good day. I am Engineer Henar Mike O. Canilang, graduate of BS Electrical Engineering Batch 2019 Mapua University. I am currently a senior research member for the battery research team of the Bexil company in South Korea. I am a researcher focusing my studies on battery management system and applications, hardware in the loop, solid-state circuits, power electronics, embedded systems, and edge AI application. My application in Mapua's International Sandwich Program, or ISP, is one of the best services that I have received in Mapua. Mapua's Office of International Linkages has an all-out support for such programs. In my case, I was able to participate in TWIS student exchange program in Korea and in Taiwan. I was part of the student exchange program in Korea for the fall semester of 2016 in Kumu National Institute of Technology. I was also a part of the student exchange program in Taiwan for the spring semester of 2017 in Chungnyeon Christian University. I have experienced being a part of a community with a different culture and approaching learning which had helped a lot for the career path I choose today. This kind of program will challenge you to go beyond your comfort zone and discover new horizons which shall bring the better version of you as a learner, student, and as a person. Every moment that I spent in those international programs was worthy and full of learnings and experience that had helped me establish my long-term career goals. Global education and experience had helped me realize that I want to know more, experience more, and learn more. My advice is for you to grab every chance that you take to learn in new environment, in new places, or in new culture. Thank you Mapua for the experience. Thank you ISP. Viva Mapua!
My name is Marwin Gallardo, a graduate of BS Biological Engineering, and I was a participant of the International Sandwich Program of Mapua International Linkages for Research and Development. So the important reason which attracted me to participate in the ISP is the opportunity to be exposed in a mature research system while working with my undergraduate research. So my experience in processing of ISP with Mapua ILRAD was great. The ILRAD was very helpful throughout the entire process, and they assisted me in my application and in finding my host professor and institution. So doing research at Chungnyeon Christian University in Taiwan was a unique and an exciting experience. People at my host laboratory was very accommodating and supportive. They taught me different laboratory techniques that helped me accomplish my research. The great part here is that they let me work in their laboratory and use their equipments independently. Aside from experiencing mature research abroad, the program has given me the chance to work with professionals with different academic and cultural backgrounds. It also boosted my desire to pursue graduate studies in the future and do research. So, my memorable experience during my ISP is when we celebrated the New Year's Eve with my senior in our lab. So, I would recommend the students to participate in the International Sandwich Program.
On our way, from the airport to here, I was talking with our speaker, our experience, when we were doing a sandwich program. And told him, I always tell my students, especially my advisors, or even not my advisors, all of my students that, especially the MS students, that they should try to do a sandwich program because it will really change their lives. Do you agree? Okay, yeah. That's why, yeah. Aside from the experience, the network, that's why we have here our speaker. So the next item, the program, is the lecture. So I'll introduce the speaker. Okay, so our speaker, maybe I tell the name already, is Dr. Ray Feng Shu. Okay, very difficult to pronounce. And his English name is Mark. So easy. Mark, easy to pronounce. So his current position is assistant professor at the Institute of Marine Environment and Ecology of the National Taiwan Ocean University, or NTOU. And he is also the director of the Environment and Safety Office of General Affairs of the said university. He graduated his PhD at the Department of Marine Environment and Engineering of National Sun Yat-sen University in Taiwan as well. Not written here, but in our communication, we were not classmates, but we had the same advisor in Taiwan, in China University in Tainan, Taiwan. Our advisor was Professor Jiming Chen. Okay, so Professor Jiming Chen is his advisor, my advisor, and Dr. Delia Senora's advisor. So that's the common denominator between amongst the three of us. So he had his MS also in the University of National Sun Yat-sen University. And as I said a while ago, his bachelor's degree at the China University. He also had his postdoc. After PhD, you could have your postdoc, and he had his postdoc for more than a year at the University of California in Merced, in the US, the United States. So his expertise, Dr. Mark's expertise, includes the identification of atmospheric and oceanic microplastics, fate, transport, and ecological risk of marine pollution, marine organic chemistry, blue carbon. So Dr. Mark is a chemical oceanographer and environmental scientist by training. He joined the Institute of Marine Environment, Ecology, National Taiwan Ocean University as an assistant professor since 2020. His research focused on answering fundamental questions about fate, transport, and ecological risk of oceanic pollutants. Example, microplastics, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, perfluoroalkyl compounds and plasticizers, etc. Very difficult to pronounce in a variety of environments. So now he's concentrated in the oceanic environment. Right? He is especially interested in how aquatic organic aggregates such as gel or snow-like particles affect the transport of pollutants on a variety of scales. His latest research is centered on the transformations of microplastics across the land-ocean atmosphere continuum. The ultimate fate of missing plastic environments, the role of gel particles in carbon sequestration. These results were published in high-impact journals such as Water Research, Journal of Hazardous Materials, Marine Pollution Bulletin, and Science of the Total Environment, and also conducted public education, including popular science lecture series, kids workshop, etc. So without further ado, let's all welcome Professor Mark or Dr. Ray Feng Xu.
Thank you. So firstly, I would like to thank the dean for opening remark and Professor Fibo for your kind introduction. So today is my pleasure to have this opportunity to share my current research about the microplastics pollution and the carbon situation in coastal and open ocean zone. As the dean talked before, the marine pollution is serious problem for current and next generations, especially in microplastics, because we know that everyone can't do without plastic in our lives, right? So we produce a lot of plastic waste. So you should know that plastic go to where. So in this talk, I will tell you the effects and the transport of microplastic in our environments. So next thing. So I think before the beginning of the talk, I will set my university and my lab. So we know that I think someone know our university, National Taiwan Ocean University. Actually, Taiwan Ocean University is a famous research university, especially in the specific area. I mean, it's ocean and maritime focus university. So we have some very famous topic and scientists joined our university. For example, university in the animal science and the ecological science and the marine ecological and the environmental science field is very high rank. Taiwan, sometimes in the world, and NTOU National Taiwan Ocean University currently has 7 colleges, which has a total of 22 undergraduate departments and 11 graduate institute, the 28 master program and the 19 PhD program. So that's covered all marine and related. So if someone have interest, you can visit our website of the university. Okay, so next, thank you. So we know that the marine research. So first important tool is what is the research vessel. So in 2020, National Science and Technology Council in Taiwan transferred the new research vessel to National Taiwan Ocean University to follow up the maintain the operate. So we have the one of our new research vessel to collect some sample and to do some research work related to oceanography or marine sciences. So you can see the big the vessel. The vessel is totally weighed around 815 tons. So that is the median size of the research boat in our university. Yes. Yeah, and then we try to enhance our like the research capacity. So we bought a lot of equipment and the tool to study our some focusing topic. For example, we have the segment trade. Now this segment trade is measured to do some work about the carbon flux. You know, carbon flux is very important parameters for carbon sequestration. So in currently, a lot of countries focusing on the carbon sequestration and the blue carbon. So firstly, we need to calculate the carbon flux from the surface ocean to deep ocean. If the organic carbon can transport from the surface ocean to deep ocean, that's the carbon. We can say that is restored carbon or like a decreased carbon in the deep ocean. You know, if the organic carbon transport into more than 100 meters, that carbon it's hard to back to the atmosphere. So that's the good equipment in the carbon sequestration. And we also have the net, the meta net that can collect the microplastic in the surface ocean. So we can calculate and we can observe the abundance, the concentration of microplastics in that mapping area. And then we also have some equipment like in situ pump, like a sediment core collector. So we can use the sediment core collection to do some interesting work, like a pollutant history. You know, so we can know that the sediment core is very high, have the high dynamics, so we can see the different here, and that's and can I mean is can know the how many pollutants and what kind of pollutants the position in the specific area and the specific year. So we can see the pollutant history. And then we also have a marine snow capture to collect the marine snow. And the snow, we just found that a lot of pollutants incorporated with the organic particle. And that organic particle can become the denser and faster sinking from surface to deep ocean. So we have some on-board equipment. Next. We also have some facility to do some specific work. So we built out the 4 specific platform. The first one is chemical oceanography parameter. So we can use the salinity meter and like the nutrient analyzer and like a counter to do some chemical oceanography work. And we also focus on the greenhouse gases like the methane and the N2O emission from the coastal and the open ocean. So we can total budget the greenhouse gas and the carbon sequestration rate. So if we want to know overall the emission of greenhouse gas, we need to have this machine. And my research is focused on the organic matter and pollutant. So the pollutant we need to some the machine, like the pyrolysis GPMS2, and the total organic carbon analyzer, and the PA elemental analyzer, and particle sizer, and the counter. Yeah, and our institute also some faculty focus on the microbial loop, is the energy flow of the microbial loop. So we need to know the pico nanophytoplankton and the mesophytoplankton to the zooplankton. So we need to know the species and the abundance. So all of the machine we can know all story in the coastal and in the ocean. Yeah, so this one is my lab had some in situ work, on-site work. So the last one is the seagrass Taiwan. So we know that the seagrass is also one carbon sequestration in the coastal area. Yeah, and we employ different sensor to monitor the chemical parameters. We also collect some sediment core to see the organic contents in the different nitrogen cycle or bacteria, something like that. Okay, so we can back to the plastics and the ocean pollution. So this one is very good picture for talking about the pollutants, ocean global pollution that we facing in this situation in our generation. So first one is the plastic waste, and following up you can see the oil spill, heavy metal, and the engineering chemical, pesticides, nutrient also can cause the ocean pollutant, ocean and coastal pollution, and to cause some negative impacts on organisms and even in human, because if we eat some seafood, if the seafood containing a lot of or different kind of pollutant should eaten into our body, accumulate in our body. So this is also the public health issue. So let me back to the most hazardous microplastic pollutions. So what next? Why plastic pollution issue is very important? Because we can see the trend, the increasing trend. So we can know that from the 1950, the plastic production just 5 million per year, but that is rapidly increasing until now. So currently, estimation suggested that the 400 million tons of plastic production per year. So it's very huge amount produced by human. So we should know that if we use the plastic go to where. So next. So we can see this slide. So just 10% become enter into a recycle system. So do you know why? So that is a very important issue, because the recycle rate is always low. Why? Because the plastic if we want to produce the plastics, when we use the raw material, is the byproduct from the petroleum industrial. So that's the raw material is very cheap. So the recycled, the cost is higher than the raw material from the petroleum industry. So now one want to use no company want to use the high cost of the secondary plastic as the material to produce his products. So the recycle one is hard to or is hard to compete or beat to the raw one. So that is the big issue. And then so just the low recycle rates in plastic recycle. And then a lot of plastic enter into the landfill and incinerated. Yeah, so that is also a big problem, because if you burn the plastic, that's become the carbon dioxide to enhance the global warming, right? So how to enhance the recycle rate? I think the government should be involved in the system to enhance the recycle rate. And around 20% of plastic waste released into the nature systems due to the mismanagement and the low recycle rate. So currently some study indicate that around 8 million or 10 million tons of plastic is released into the world oceans every year through the river input. And we also know why the second reason of the plastic issue is important is that the high lifetime. Because we can see this figure. The lifetime of plastic is very long. So plastic is a persistent material in our environments. Example, I can give you an example. With the PET or polystyrene, that lifetime is around 800 years. So the short time should be over the 100 of years. So very long time the environment. So here we can consider each. We use a very persistent material to one time disposal products. So we can accumulate a lot of plastic life, because we just use sometimes just 10 or 15 minutes, but the plastic can stay in the environment for hundreds of years. So the plastic should be increasing in the environment because it can't degrade in our environment. So that is why the plastic is very important in whole Earth, because the degrade time is very long, but you use the amount is very high. So that is the main point for this issue. Yeah, so we can know if the plastic releasing in the environment. So the fresh plastic can be degraded into the small pieces of plastics by physical, chemical, and biodegradation. So, but that is not degraded into a carbon dioxide. It's just degraded into the small pieces. So the plastic is always in the environment, but you can't see the plastic because it becomes into the small pieces. You can't see that by your eyes. So that's the question. And the small one have the large surface area. So that can absorb a lot and different kind of inorganic and organic pollutants, because the pollutant can very fastly attach on the surface of microplastic, because the plastic will have the large surface area and the hydrophobic properties. So the hydrophobic organic can attach on the surface of plastics. And then the small one can easily enter into the organism cell in the body. So that's the closer organisms helps. So next one. But actually the microplastic have the operational definition. So if the plastic degrade into a small size, and the smaller size smaller than the 5 millimeter, so that we can call microplastics. If further degrade into the smaller than the 1 micrometer, that we can call nanoplastics. So that can divide it into the two categories. So one is the microplastic, and the other one is nanoplastic. Depends on the size distribution. Okay. Next. Yeah, so we can see better. Of course, if the big one, we can call them macro or meso. Yeah. So based on my knowledge in Philippines, currently just some scientists just focus on the macro and the meso one. So micro one is lacking, I think, because the small one should use the micro FTIR, that's facial machine. So currently I read the paper from the Philippines just to focus on the meso one, macro one. So if someone have someone interested in the microplastic issue, maybe can talk to the fiber Professor Tan, right? Professor Tan. Yeah. So we should have can have some in collaboration. Yeah. Okay. So next. Yeah. So we can see this is collect from the river from Taiwan. So we can see the very colorful plastic in the river environment, and the different shape and the different size. So we can I can talk to you. So the plastic, especially microplastic, exists in our environment, in our surrounding environment. Okay, next. So a lot of efforts to support this, and we also touch a lot of plastic. I mean, it's exploring the high concentration of plastic in our daily life. For example, when we drink tea, use the tea bag, or we can drink a lot of nanoplastic in a cup of tea, because the tea bag is made from the like the PET or nylon type plastics. So if you put the hot water into the cup, a lot of plastic can be released to the water. Yeah, this paper is published on Environmental Science and Technology, high-ranking journal. So he provided the evidence to talk about that. So the feedback and other salts is also contain some kind of plastic, and we can see the concentration is pretty high, and the top and the top also made by the artificial fiber. That's also from the plastics. Okay, so next. Yeah, this show the image to you. We can see a lot of fiber washing machine. So this paper suggested that over 6 million microfibers can be released with the condition like a 5 kilogram washing loading. So maybe just a 1 week post can release over 6 million fibers into the water. Yeah, so this paper is collected in the outlet of the water machine. So you can see a lot of fiber in the water. Yeah, so this one can show you the phase and transport. So we can see the hotspot is in the land, and the pollution is come from the human activities. So we can see the hotspot is in the wastewater treatment plant. So the outlet of WWTP can release a lot of plastic into the river, and the river transfer to the coastal and the open ocean. Some plastic can also enter into a groundwater system to affect other different kind of environment. Yes. Okay. Next. Okay, so we also can know when the plastic enter into the ocean system, it will transfer for a long time to the different site, and the long-term transfer from the different country to different area. For example, we can see the North Pacific jar. This is also the big accumulation of plastic area in the Pacific area. Yeah, that's because the faster current can transfer a lot of plastic to a specific area, and then if the current speed increase, that make a lot of plastic accumulate at the downway. Yeah, so you can see that if the current turn the different direction, so maybe the high accumulation of plastic in that specific area. Okay, next. And then so we can know if a lot of fish eat the plastic, people eat the fish, so maybe the plastic accumulate or concentrate our body through the food chain, right? So that's bioaccumulation, bioconcentration. Okay. Yeah, in this way is talk about. So some we can see the next one. So currently some study suggested very interesting data that the plastic exists and is covered in human blood. But you can see the totally 22 the people, the 70 people has have the plastic in that blood. So we can see this is very serious problem. It's not just the to the marine organism or animal, because the plastic back to our body. So that's the interesting data. And next one. So the human leaf is not leaf, it's blood, is also observed the same phenomena. So that's the plastic containing the plastic exists in our lung, especially in the particle shell and the fiber shell. Okay. So the plastic can cause the organism, the human health, because if the particle becomes small, the small particle can reduce reactive oxygen species production that can damage the organism cell, like the human cell, human cell. So that's the physical exposure. If the small one plus and the small one can also containing the pollutants like hydrophobic compound like polyaromatic hydrocarbon, something like that, maybe can cause another one. Because the pollutant can concentrate on the plastic surface, and the plastic also enter into our body and touch the small cell. The less small cell is high exposure of the pollutants, so can cause some disease and some cancer. So we can see the whole microplastic pollution Taiwan. So we can see some plastic can come back to the beach from the ocean, because the current height. So maybe we can collaboration with this topic. Yeah. So the height and the current is very important. Very important role transport plastics. Yeah. And sometimes we need to clean up the beach, right? But does anyone know why? Because we try to clean up the metal and the big plastic before their degradation. If the degradation to the small one is hard to recollect, so we need to clean up the big one before the degradation. Okay. Next. Oh, okay. Next, this one. So we collect a lot of sample from the river and the open ocean. So we can see some. Sometimes I went to the north of Philippines. This island is Badan Island. So I can saw the Badan. Yeah, very probably. Yeah, no. We take the boat, research boat. Oh, yeah, to be there. Yeah, I can see the Badan. Yeah, and then we can take some sample. And after our analysis, we observe some plastic is come from the city. So although Taiwan and the Philippines are good friends, so sometimes you should give some gifts. That so we're going to see the following page. Okay, so next. Yeah, so this one I just move to next one, because this one just talk about the extraction of microplastics. So it's very hard to extract the microplastics, because we need to collect sample, and we need to wash it, we need to density separation, and finally we need to plastic identification using the micro Raman or micro FTIR. Yeah, so this one is MetaNet. So we can see the MetaNet have the two-wing. So the two-wing can keep the balance of the surface, so we can collect the floating plastic on the ocean surface. And this one is flow meter, so we can know. So we can feel the how many water fill. So we can calculate the items per cubic meter. So that's use the unit. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Yeah. Okay. So because we do some work from the government. So this one is the government the report. So use Chinese, so you don't read that, but you should know. So we collect the river in the river surrounding Taiwan. When the detection rate is 100%. That means it's always case. All river can see microplastics. Yeah, and the concentration somewhere very high. The concentration is from the 1 point something to 2 or 3 items per cubic meter. So that is very high concentration. In the ocean, the concentration is around 0 something items per cubic. So that's just give you some background information. And the difference between the coastal river and the ocean. So that's the huge difference of the concentration of the plastics. Yeah. Okay. So we also collect the sample at the 50 meters depth. So we want to know the vertical transport of plastics in the surface to deep ocean. So we collect on the surface and collect the sample at the 15 meters of depth. Okay, so we can see this one first. We try to know the Kuroshio. We know the Kuroshio. The Taiwan and the Philippines is very close to Kuroshio current, right? And the Kuroshio current actually is very important. And that is the second largest, I think, largest boundary current in the world. That support the complex ecosystem. So, and that's come from the North Equatorial current, and then pass along Philippines, the east coast of Taiwan, the Okinawa, extending to the south coast of Japan and the North Pacific current. So that's the circulation. So we can see if the Philippines contribute some plastic in the ocean, so we can pass through the Luzon and then come to the Taiwan. Yeah, that's a gift. So yeah, so we can detect some abundance of plastics that's from the Philippines. So we can see the picture right hand side. We can see some hot spots in the mainstream of Kuroshio. That's very interesting because we know Kuroshio is very like a pristine current. So when you I guess it's very clean, but we also detect the plastic. So that's the first evidence to support microplastic exists into the pristine show. Yeah, so this one. So we can move to the next one. That yeah, we can see we can collect the big one and the small one, the different kind of the shell and the eye. Yeah, this one the left one is the polyethylene and the polypropylene, and some plastic is from the fishing glue. Yeah, so we can see why the okay. Next. Yeah, so we also can divide it to the different size categories. So we can see the small one, the green one is the dominant. That represent the plastic into the ocean should become the small size, and the small size should be can transfer to the long distance from the shore, right? Yeah, so we can see that. Okay, so next, and the sharp one. So the fragment and the fiber is dominant. So we can see the huge proportion is the color of the brown one and red ones. See the fragment and the fiber is dominant type, the sharp of the plastics. And the type is the polyethylene, polypropylene dominant, because the widely used plastic type is polyethylene polypropylene. So if the people use a lot of which kind of plastic, you can see that type is also in our environments. Okay, so next. Yeah, so we can see this simulation. So we this one is the Philippines, right? So some particle is from the Philippines. So that is the backward trajectory. So we can see I collect at that time, but I can simulate the sources based on the current direction, the speed, and the wind speed. So we can see the possible sources. So the one I can say all one is come from Philippines, but one of the possible sources is from Philippines. So you can see that, right? So if some plastic discharged from the Philippines, that can go up to Taiwan. Yeah. Okay. So we also detect the PFAS. The PFAS is also very hot spot of research in the world currently. So we also detect the PFAS here. So also sometimes but I need some so currently I have more data and support the PFAS come from where, but the particle we can. And okay, so we can see the organic matter interaction should be regulate the microplastic transport and the final phase environments. So I can give you some idea and some example. So we know in the environment, in the marine, in freshwater also a lot of and different kind of marine particle exist in that environment. Because sometimes we play in swimming on the sea. If we back when sometimes the skin is like sticky, right? So that is some kind of marine particle, like a colloidal particle, attached on your skin. So that particle is also important because that's very sticky. So that sticky can hold the different particle together to form the bigger aggregate. So if the organic particle, I mean is the colloidal particle, touch each other between the like soil or solid particle or plastic can hold together to form the big aggregate. Okay, so next one. So we can see that's the small like the marine snow. If we in the marine organism, sometimes you can see the particle fall down into the deep ocean. It's like snow, but that is containing a lot of like the phytoplankton, bacteria, and the sticky material. Yeah. So this something like that. That's it. The marine snow. Yeah. Next one. Yeah. And we can see this figure. The dot, the blue dot is the organic particle. So we just feel on the membrane and the stem, that we can see a lot of particle on the membrane. But if you not feel the dust is also in the water phase. So we can know a lot of particles in the water. Okay, so next one. Yeah. So if when zoom in, we can see a lot of the particle is very huge and like containing different particle, and the brown one is like the brown algae. So that can also contain different algae and mineral and the plastic particle together. Okay, next one. Yeah. And the marine plastic also can play the critical role in different in many biogeochemical reactions. So marine particle participate in many like carbon sequestration, nutrient transportation, sedimentation, and mobility and the transformation of pollutants. Because the first one is also important. The organic particle is contain a lot of organic carbon. So if the organic carbon downflow flux is very fast, if faster than the bacteria reduce, that the particle can store in the deep ocean. The particle is equal to carbon content, right? Yeah, so that's a carbon situation. And then sometimes that's the bigger particle also can contain some nutrient on the surface. So if the transport from the surface to deep flow, that can be used by like zooplankton or like small fish. Yeah. And so today I will also talk about the transformation of pollutants through the marine particle formation. So on this one is we can also see the figure. The fluorescence one is the bacteria. So bacteria can also attach on the surface of marine particle, because marine particle have a lot of chain carbon, nitrogen, amino acid like something like that. So bacteria can use that as a food sources. Okay, so next one. So that is the good is also good diagram. So talk about the aggregation, the aggregation process of microplastics, especially when the microplastic meet or interact with organic matter. So that's just the aggregate together. Next. Oh, next one. Oh, so this one. Oh, this one is the metal one. So our previous study suggested that the organic matter aggregate can secrete some heavy metal. So the organic matter aggregate also can regulate the organic matter regulate the heavy metal ability and affect the concentration in the water phase. Okay. Now this also our previous study suggested that the toxicity of micro and the plastics. So that we use a phytoplankton model, so we can see when a very high concentration, like means 1 microgram per liter, can decrease the DNA amount. So DNA amount can reflect the survival rate of the phytoplankton. So we can see in 1 microgram per liter, the DNA amount decline with the concentration of micro or nanoplastic increasing. But interesting is the right figure. The right figure is just at the low concentration. That means the 0.1 microgram per liter. The PC ratio can be changed. The PC ratio is we not only detect or observe the phytoplankton survival rate, we also detect the exopolymer released from the phytoplankton. That's like a phytoplankton. Sometimes they will releasing some exopolymer. Yeah, so we detect the chemical composition of exopolymer as a bio indicator. So we cannot, at the very low concentration, the phytoplankton can't death, but he can modify the composition of exopolymer. That's why I can give you that's a strategy for protecting protect themselves. I can give you a very simple example. When we get a cold or entering a room containing a lot of polluted aerosols or dust, we produce the nasal mucus like material first, right? That's produced. That's also release the mucus to cope with the stress from the pollution. So in the phytoplankton, we also observe the same result. So we can see when the very low concentration in the seawater can change the phytoplankton releasing something, and we can see when the dose of micro or nanoplastic increasing, the PC ratio also increases. PC ratio, the mean is P is for the protein, C is carbohydrate. So that means when the negative or like the stress to phytoplankton. Phytoplankton can modify the EPS, the EPS with the high protein content. That's also very interesting. When the protein is dominant, the exopolymer should be sticky. So it also can release some sticky material to hold the other like the toxic material to increase the fat concentration of the toxic material. So decrease the concentration in the surrounding environment, surrounding of the phytoplankton. So that's the like a protective strategy for pollution in the phytoplankton case. Okay. Next one. Okay, so and move to the next one. Yeah, so we also find some phenomena about the cluster can tangle each other. I mean, it's between the organic matter and the cluster to form a big aggregate in the seawater, in fresh water also. Next. So we can see the circle one is the original, is not at the plastics, and the brown one is at the polystyrene particle. So we can see if we add the plastic particle, the aggregation rate should be increased. That's it, because polystyrene have the hydrophobic, and the organic matter also have hydrophobic properties. So hydrophobic forces can tangle each other for the big one and the fast one. Okay, next. Yeah, and we also found that the organic matter can very fastly attach on the surface of microplastic in our flow cytometry data. So we can see the B is the move down into the small that is represent the biofilm attached on the surface of microplastic. When the biofilm attached on the surface of microplastic, that's the particle properties is changed. So maybe if attached the hydrophobic more hydrophobic biofilm, you can absorb the more hydrophobic pollutants on the surface of the microplastic. Okay, next. Yeah, so this one is also provide the first evidence to observe the phytoplankton and the phytoplankton releasing exopolymer, and that one is sticky material and can hold the microplastic together and into the like a small structure shell. So that's we call that marine plastic snow, because then the snow polluted by microplastics. So, but the fish and the plankton is like eat this one, because the marine snow can change the best material. So that is the main source of the zooplankton and the small fish. But the zooplankton and the small fish can't separate the polluted one and the clean one or original one. So it just eats all of the marine snow, but some snow have polluted by microplastic in the ocean system. Yeah, this one also. Previous the page is the laboratory simulation. So in this one, we try to combine the laboratory simulation and the field study. So in the field study, we also find some marine snow. Some plastic can incorporate into the marine snow. So that's also for the marine plastic snow. So we can see the some fiber in the marine snow. Okay, so next. Yeah, so that's the vertical transport, right? Because the snow can be become the denser and the sinking fast from the surface to deep ocean. But we also found that very interesting data. That is, if the marine plastic snow formation, if that means the bubble, when the bubble bursting, the marine plastic snow can transfer from the water to air. So we can see next one. Like this one. So the microplastic incorporates into the gel aggregates. We cannot, because we talked to you before, right? But in this paper, it's suggested that the snow, the plastic snow further accumulation in the surface layer, and when the bubble bursting, the marine plastic snow can just transfer from the water to air. So we can see the figure have a lot of bubble, and the bubble bursting can transfer a lot of plastic from the water to atmosphere environment. So that's the different transportation rate. So this one published a very high impact journal, water research. Okay, thanks. But I think because the time, I just stopped in the plastic pollution. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So thank you everyone. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So we'll now proceed to the question and answer portion, to be conducted by Dr. Chris Edward F. Monardi, Assistant Professor, School of Civil, Environmental, and Geological Engineering of our university.
So, okay, thank you, Dr. Shu, for that very informative presentation. So we learned a lot actually about microplastic, and as you know, the Philippines is also really experiencing a problem about microplastic. Even in our city, in Marikina, so actually Marikina is known to be one of the cleanest cities in the Philippines, but there has been a study about microplastic in our city. That the levels of microplastic in our environment is really increasing. So imagine for other cities like Marikina is considered to be one of the cleanest, but detected to have that increasing microplastic. So yeah, I assume that other cities and other provinces in our country is also experiencing like much worse than we. So we have some questions. So to our participants online, so if you have any questions to our speakers, so just let me know. So or you can type it in our chat box. And we have one here from Andre Tirado. So this question is about since microplastic affect water quality in more ways than one, so are there already countries that has adopted microplastic as a water quality parameter? So that would be some considerations if we will transition into doing the same. So actually here in the Philippines, we have the in the Philippines, we have the Environmental Management Bureau. So we have some guidelines about water quality parameters. So the student and I think the participant is asking if in other countries do you have or do you include microplastic as one water quality parameter to monitor?
Yeah, this is a good question because microplastic is also produced from the human activity. So if the like nitrogen the nitrogen level or the like the COD like the chemical oxygen demand it will high, the plastic should be high, especially in the some wastewater is not entered into the wastewater treatment plant. So we can sometimes I actually I have seen some chain between some correlation between the like ammonia nitrogen level and uh, the microplastic concentration. That's the positive correlation. So maybe can, but that's a hard to prediction, you know. Yeah, because the nitrogen ammonia nitrogen can be great, but the microplastic can't be great, you know. So sometimes you should I think you need to further study in this field. Yeah, it is hard, but that's hard because it's hard to because the plastic also can the transfer also depends on the like the height level, you know, and the different the transfer pathway is not yeah it's not simple. You can observe some good correlation.
So in the government, you already have policies on limits on the amount of microplastics.
Not yet, not yet. Yeah, not yet. But some action have to but that's hard.
So you just correlate it with other parameters.
Yeah,
So when the parameter, that other parameter, for example, the chemical oxygen level is high,
yeah,
it means that there's possibility that they might.
yeah. But I know if the COD high, everything is high. Obviously, yeah. So sometimes I have the possible correlation, but not is the controlling factor. Yeah, that's my
So if you satisfy the say the CO chemical oxygen demand is satisfactory, it could be possible that the other parameters are also okay already.
yeah. But when observe the plastic concentration decrease within the salinity increasing because that's dilution. You know, if in the river, yeah, that's dilution. Yeah. So the correlation is very because the always the high spout microplastic upstream of the river Taiwan because the population density, you know, the in the upstream is higher than the downstream. Yeah, that's the first one. And another one, some seawater can enter into the river, so that it can dilute the plastic concentration. Yeah.
That's a very good research.
Right.
Yeah, we could use
Oh,
this. Yeah, thank you for that. So, yeah, actually, before we have the question of one of the participants here, just a follow-up to the question before. So, what is basically since we are talking about levels of microplastic, so what is the fastest and I think most affordable way to measure microplastic?
uh-huh. Yeah. But the easy one is the macro or meso one, because we can count and detect by eyes or just use the microscope, right? But this we can separate, but this cannot separate or to know that's what kind of the type. Yeah, so you should just know the amount, but you can't provide some information about the chemical composition or chemical type. But the type is also very important, because if we know which one is dominant, we can make some policy to reduce that specific plastics. For example, in Taiwan, a lot of polystyrene in the south coast of Taiwan, because that area is the biggest oil's culture zone, because the oil's culture should must use a lot of polystyrene, because the oil should be the down and the out through the tight, yeah. So we use the agriculture should use a lot of polystyrene, but that's put on the UV light, so we can degrade it into the small pieces and transport each other, so we can see. So currently we start use the polystyrene, the like a 10 or 14 material. We change it to another like strong plastic. Also plastic, but we use the strong one. That's can use in the environment for a long time. And that is hard to degrade.
Yeah, thank you for that. So yeah, we could have some questions from our audience here. Yeah.
So knowing that we could detect and classify the types of plastics in our marine waters, are there any emerging technologies or research that would separate the harmful microplastics from our food sources?
Food sources. Yeah, we have to do that. Because that's very easy. Because the environmental sample is very complex, because we collect it, and then we need to the washing out the data. But in the food, especially I did some sample from the like a bottle, like a drinking water, like a cup. So we can see a lot of plastic there, and we also see some oils also containing some plastics. But someone always asks if we eat have some disease or some negative human negative impact on human health. But that is hard to answer, because if depends on the plastic containing what kind of material. If that right, yeah, attachment. If the organic pollutants like polyaromatic hydrocarbon, because a lot of benzene ring, so that is very toxic. If that pollutants contained in the plastic, you digest maybe some but should accumulate the enough concentration plastics. So eat some food should be balanced. So don't just eat the specific food. Yeah, right. Yeah, especially the tuna. Tuna one. So someone don't eat too much tuna because the tuna is the high level of the in the food chain. So it accumulate a lot of the metal, especially the mercury, the mercury. Yeah.
So, actually, tuna is very popular in General Santos, which is also located in Mindanao, where you came from, right?
You're right.
Have you tried tuna there?
Yeah. I know. I can see but the currently is red correct. So I can say too much.
Yeah. So, do you have any other questions?
Oh, sir. Regarding the earlier discussion, the location of our microplastic companies in Taiwan, we have fair shares. So initially, you said that the first share contributed to that. How about the type of experiencing the Philippines? Usually, the Philippines experiences at least 25 typhoons annually.
Yeah.
So do you consider that as another contributor?
Yeah, that's a good question. But you know that the typhoon, the boat cannot go out. So, so we can collect the sample in the typhoon period. So I can, but all the research should be sit on the boat because the bigger wave. So sometimes is we can, but that's a good question. But another side is we can know in some city, a lot of plastic waste on the street, on the route. So if the typhoon or high rain can clean up the plastic waste from the road into the river and put out to the outside. So maybe sometimes some studies suggested that the rain and the weather condition can affect abundance of microplastics. Yeah, because sometimes it's washing out the plastic to the river and to come out to ocean. Yeah. So that's maybe. Oh, flooding is also right. Yeah. Flooding, you can see a lot of the water surface, a lot of waste water. Right.
Thank you for that. So, I am actually here in the Philippines. We are also trying to reduce the use of plastics. So that we usually like for our grocery bags instead of using plastic. So the government is imposing us to use paper bags
Yeah.
or reusable cloth bags. So and yeah, even in some beverages, so they don't allow the use of plastic cups. So they allow us to use just like paper cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think somehow that hopefully would reduce the presence of like plastics in the bag.
But this one is kicking me. So this one he can stay in environment for 800 years. Use
The use.
With the like essence of microplastics internationally. So we already have like international law that like permits a certain country that you are not allowed to discharge this amount of plastic each year.
Yeah, that is but for me because I am the environmental scientist, so I just provide some evidence in the data to give the government as the information for the follow up the policy making, you know. But yeah, that is hard because sometimes I ask some food like a food scientist. He said if no allow to use the plastic, he can ensure the food security. You know, yeah, because the plastic is very clean and can control by company. So if you change to the like a paper or other one, say should be yeah. So we need to consider other other aspects.
Yeah, that's hard of course because of course people will like cover the school.
Like in the trillion company should be some argument. You know,
That will add.
but then the company is the biggest the sponsor to government. So that is very yeah,
It's very complicated. That's right. So, yeah, I think we don't have any more questions from online, but we have from here.
Recently in the discussion, you have studied also the rivers in Taiwan.
Yeah.
So have you also considered the parameters like what type of ecosystems are have what high concentrations of microplastics? Like for example, like for me in my experience, we conducted capstone project like in mangrove ecosystems where we encounter so many plastic waste because mangroves roots are like natural nets that catches plastics. So have you ever considered that?
Yeah. Yeah, we currently we know if nearby the fishing ground, the plastic should be more or the concentration should be high because the you know the like fishing rod like shipping rod or some net. So it means that's the net is also from made from the plastics. So we can see that. So sometimes the different composition can reflect the possible sources. Yeah. In the like the urban area, we can receive a lot of PE and PP because that's we widely use our daily life. But in the fishy ground, we can see some PE or nylon, something like that. Nylon 6. Yeah. So that is good. That's good. So I try to use the rather than principle component analysis to separate the different sources, so we can very clearly separate to different sources from the different the industrial zone or urban area. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, there's just one big question. Does microplastic like reach the bottom of the ocean floor or it's just suspended on a certain level of the ocean?
It depends on the type. Some type is for the low density. For example, the PE and the PP. So if you collect on the surface water, you can see a lot of because the density because the density is the 0 point something. That is smaller than seawater density. But the you have PET bottle. There's high density one. It's 1.3 something. So that can settle down to the default the sediment. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you Dr. Arthur for that, very insightful, Q&A. So we really learned a lot apart from your presentation, of course, answering the questions of our participants here. So really thank you, well, we really appreciate that. So now we can maybe proceed to the next part of our program. Right?
Oops.
It's just, yeah, yeah, I think it's that one. Next part,
Hello. There's a static electricity. Okay, so the next part is actually awarding of the certificate. Uh, okay, so the certificate reads Office of course Macquarie University, Office of International Linkages for Research and Development awards this certificate of appreciation to Dr. Ray Wong Shu for his outstanding presentation entitled Microplastic Pollution and Carbon Sequestration in the Coastal Zone to Open Ocean during the colloquium with the theme Climate and Pollution Challenges in Coastal and Open Ocean. Given this 11th day of November 2023 at the plenary room of Macquarie University, Manila, Philippines, signed Delia P. Senoro, PhD, Director of the Office of International Linkages for Research and Development. These are Chris and I, and token of appreciation. Okay, so the state of the Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You also glass in the screen is the QR code for the evaluation. This answer is same for the artificial registration. And certificate of attendance. So we will be given certificate of attendance to this sample of you. Okay, so then second to the last part is a closing remarks. And it's assigned to me actually. So I put some notes here as I listen to the presentation. So for the closing, what I could say is, yeah, really impressive. Dr. Mark, almost 15 years ago, he's just a bachelor's student, doing his thesis with our advisor. We have same advisor. But now, you can see, it's very smart in answering the questions, very good researches in published publications in very high impact factor journals. And he's also director of one of their departments. So which I realize now really indeed the youth is the future, the youth is the future. So many of the students listening to us are in their bachelor's degree. So yeah, I hope you will get inspired from this from this presentation. Okay, so from the presentation, I just mention some highlights. It's really important in the Philippines, the study that they're doing. Because we have the same environment, almost the same environment, the same weather. We give them after the typhoon visits us, it goes to them, and even in the current, from the Philippines, it go out to Taiwan. So it means that what they are finding, what they find of their environment is also present in ours. So we really have to and it's really concerning. It's concerning that these pollutants are in our environment. We really have to do something to prevent these pollutants going to our system or body. And it's we know that everyone must know that our economy is one of the tourism base now is one of the main sources of income of the country. So if we will not protect our country, we will not protect our country from these plastics, so whether it's macro, micro, or nano scale, our tourism industry would go down. So we have to do something to help our to maintain to have a sustainable tourism industry in our country. And also, the developments around the coastal areas in the Philippines, kasi we are archipelagic. We are archipelagic. So really, we have to do something on that. And yung health issue, very important to protect our health. And also, there's in the presentation, increasing plastic. There's the forecast that it will increase. So will it really increase when we are trying to do this already? So the reduction that we're doing is somehow helping, but it will really increase because the population is increasing. Then we cannot get without plastic because as Dr. Mark said, in the products, the food products, so we really have to use plastic because it could preserve the food, the drinks, and could also avoid us from getting sickness because it's a good way of keeping the food preserved. But so we really have to think how to take care of the waste of it. And there's also that idea, the concept of the marine snow. So in the Philippines, even if you don't have snow, we have snow in the ocean. So I have to really collaborate with them so that we'll know more things about this and solve the problems that we presently encounter. We don't know that, we initially don't know that, but from the findings that there is, even the surface in his city, in Marikina City, just within Metro Manila, the studies so found out that there's a very much presence of plastics and the micro, the nanoplastics, this kind of plastics. So aside from the presentation, we have this colloquium to invite every students to be part of the collaboration with the NTOU. So I think we signed already or to be signed. There will be a memorandum of agreement to be signed by the Mapua University and the NTOU or National Taiwan Ocean University, so that we will have a formal collaboration with them. And actually, it's already inviting, and some of my I'm already inviting some of my MS students to they already texted one that maybe early next year you could start.
Postdoc position is also available.
Postdoc position. So postdoc position. Yeah, and everyone, even from the bachelor's students, you could also apply because we have di ba meron tayong office that handles yung international exchange. We can do it also with their university. Okay, so I hope you learned a lot, and this event adds to your interest, to be a part, to do research, for our country, and for the entire humanity. Because from the presentation, we can see that it's not just environment, it's also for civil engineering, because as I mentioned here, we could, for example, for the CE part, the water resources coastal, now we could focus on the hydrodynamics and then see, they have many data already. They have many data on these pollutants. So we will, what they need is a partner, collaborator that could model the hydrodynamics and see, predict, and even hindcast. Now, in the presentation just a while ago, there's hindcasting for we can see where it came from. It's very interesting. Okay, so those who are interested, please contact the International Linkages for Research and Development. Sinong contact natin? Meron ba tayong at Jamaica, okay, and then maybe you can find a contact, just search the ILRA. But where can they find the contact? Just search. Or did you not okay. Okay, just search now in the boards. Okay, so the INRA, the International Linkage for Research and Development. Okay, so yeah, so mga interesado. And as mentioned by Dr. Juan, very soon, even start the first one of our next year. So thank you very much, Dr. Roy Pong Shu or Dr. Mark, and to all of the audience on site and online and the organizers, thank you very much for facing this, for making this event possible. Okay, so may photos lang sa mga sama. Okay. Thank you.
Patay na lang natin. Open yung like. So maybe for the participation already, our we don't have this is a webinar type, so we don't have an option for you to open your webcam. So thank you everyone, and make sure to evaluate so for you to get your certificates. Okay, so thank you everyone. So we now end this webinar.